Alright guys, as the countdown to Halloween 2018 continues, today I'm going to be doing my commentary on Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. I'm going to start the movie in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Yep, I think this is definitely one film Mustafa Akkad regretted rushing into production. It definitely did not go the way I think he hoped. Especially because when Halloween 5 came out, it was literally competing against Halloween 4 when it came to video. I do like that Halloween 5 logo that we just saw, though. It's cool. Yeah, I do like this opening to Halloween 5 with the pumpkin carving. It's a creative idea. Yeah, I know Halloween 5, it's definitely where a lot of people feel the soundtrack's not the greatest. I agree it's not that great. Like, I prefer 1, 2, and 4. I think those are the best. I don't hate 5. It's a more simplified score, but at the same time, I can't blame Alan Howarth for that. The director, Dominique, he was really involved with the score quite a bit, and honestly, he's the one I would blame for the lackluster score. Because, Alan Howarth, he has to follow what the director says. Like, it's like the director's giving him ideas, and it sounds like he was visiting Alan Howarth. Dominique was visiting him quite a bit. Like 14 or 15 times, so he was there a lot. Yeah, I do like this opening right here. This music I do like. Yeah, that's a cool pumpkin carving right there. Alright, Halloween 5's opened. Yeah, Halloween 5's the only other film in this series after 2 that follows right after the last film left off. Yeah, I noticed they changed that line. Originally, in Halloween 4, Rachel says, Jamie, stay in the truck. I don't know why they changed that in Halloween 5. It's kind of bizarre. Though I also noticed a little bit of the dialogue here is a little bit different. You're going to see some officers, you hear them talking in a second. I know this explanation for how Michael got away is a little bit questionable. I mean, I would have probably tried to design this escape a little bit better. Especially, like, how was the river so close by, but, they had to give him some way out, and at least it's somewhat believable. Yeah, you see where those cops were a second ago? That in the scene where they tossed in the dynamite, apparently that was actually filmed at the end of Halloween 4, but they cut it out of the movie or something. But they chose to use it during the opening of Halloween 5, which I guess makes sense. Here's Michael going down the river. Yeah, I think that river water was like 43 to 42 degrees or something. Or I know it was cold. Don Shanks said it was very cold. Maybe it was 34 degrees. I'm not sure. Yeah, apparently right here, Don Shanks had to catch this net. Otherwise, they would not have been able to pull him out. So he literally had to catch that net. Otherwise, he would have been stuck in those rapids. I don't know why they changed the mask for Halloween 5 again. It's definitely one of the more lackluster masks. I mean, I don't hate it, but at the same time, it's like, eh. Yeah, I've actually seen a little bit of the original Dr. Death opening. If you know where to look, there is a little bit of footage out there. Not much, but a little bit. Apparently, when they shot the original Dr. Death opening, Mustafa Akkad saw it and he hated it, so they reshot it. But you know what? I don't know why. All they really would have had to do was have Michael going down the rapids and then just cut to a year later. That could have avoided a lot of problems and would have honestly been a better opening. I like the bird though. Not out there, but surprise! Yeah, everybody does complain, like, it makes no sense. Why would this hermit keep Michael for a year? It's like he just tried to kill you. Also, like, how'd you take care of him for a year? It's like, you don't have access to medical equipment. It's definitely not the greatest opening. I would definitely not have done that. I don't mind this scene though. Like, I wasn't against the psychic connection between Jamie and Michael, but the execution of it is where things didn't really go that well until the third act. Like, having her be a mute was not the best approach. Though I do say Danny Harris still does a great job. Yeah, I am glad that they changed it to where Jamie didn't actually kill her stepmother. Like, I don't think I would have wanted Jamie to ever be a killer. But that being said, that's only one of the only positive aspects I can say about Halloween 5. Yeah, making her a mute, though, that was a really bad idea. Ah, yes, in the Thorns Simple, where everything started. Yeah, you can actually see Michael's face right there. It's like, so it was hardly a reveal later in the film. Like I said, they goofed up again. Yeah, one thing I noticed right here, when Michael attacks the hermit in a second, that right there I think was the original Dr. Death, because that didn't look like the hermit when Michael throws that guy down. I will say though, this is an intense scene. Like I said, guys, I actually saw Halloween 5 first before I saw Halloween 4. Now, like I said, I don't mind Halloween 5, but I don't watch it very often. Like, 4 is definitely one I prefer over 5. I mean, I get that they were trying to add something new to the Halloween formula, but this was a very bad move. Not necessarily like the psychic connection, but just the execution of it. Gotta say though, Danny Harris puts on quite a performance right here. I mean, I would think she was actually dying. Yeah, apparently, Daniel Harris said she didn't like that woman blowing, air into her mouth, and I guess I can't blame her. And look at that, she suddenly stabilizes. Yeah, I noticed in Halloween 5, Donald Pleasant's voice is a little bit softer. I'm not sure why. I don't know if something was up at the time. Maybe he had like a cold or something. There's Jamie and Rachel. You know, it's like, part of me wishes Ellie Cornell had not come back as Rachel, you know, and she would have, like, put her foot down and said, nope, you're not killing me off. It's like, recast me, I don't want this. I mean, I know in the end they gave her more money because she didn't like how her character was going to die, and I do like the fact they at least did that for her. Tina. You know what, I never hated Tina. I know she's one of the most hated characters in the series, but still, I'm just like, I mean, I admit, if I could choose between who dies in this movie, like, I would definitely kill off Tina instead of Rachel. I mean, both of them end up dying in the end anyway, but I would definitely would have saved Rachel. Hey, unfortunately, you won't be, though. I almost forgot about that. Yeah, some people are real pricks. The evil child must die. You know, I would have preferred they just, if they didn't want to have Rachel in the film the whole movie, just have her leave then. At least that way she'd be alive for Halloween 6. Like, I understand what the director's thinking. Like, he thought, you know, if they kill off Rachel, then all bets are off. Like, you know, the audience is gonna wonder, is anybody gonna survive this movie? But at the same time, from a logical point, it's like you gotta think of what the audience is gonna think. Yeah, I've seen some photographs. Apparently, there was a scene between Rachel, Tina, and Billy on his bike. I can't find it on the internet anymore, but I have seen it. Apparently, there was a lot of stuff that was cut from this film. Like, you know, they were writing scenes and then shooting them, and then they were like, it didn't fit into the movie. It's like, I would like to see all the cut footage for Halloween 5. I wonder if there's just as much as 6. Yeah, of course, now it's like he turns Rachel into, basically, the slutty girl. It's like, Dominique had no idea what he was doing when he was helping to write this film. Like, I so wish, Mustafa Akkad had trusted his own instincts and didn't trust Dominique so much. Jamie senses something. Dr. Loomis is like, what the? What's going on? And Max is like, you. I gotta say, Max is not the greatest guard dog, though. I mean, I don't know if all Michael had to do was open the door and Max left. Yeah, again, you know, that's not the Rachel from Halloween 4. She's just way too off guard. Like, Rachel would not make the mistake she makes in this film. It's like I said, Dominique, he had no clue what he was doing. I mean, these are creepy shots with Michael, I'll give them that, but it really just... it's an insult. It's an insult to the audience. It's an insult to Ellie Cornell and her character Rachel. Like, everything that was done in Halloween 4 is literally undone in Halloween 5 for the most part. Yeah, notice they changed the scar in Halloween 5 for Donald Pleasance. Oh yeah, these sound effects. You know what, I think even Alan Howarth knew this wasn't a good film, and that, you know, that was just his way of having some fun. I would never trust those cops, though. It's like, I would have been like, send me some real cops to search the house. I tell you, I am glad Michael killed those two later in the film. It's like, ugh. It's like, they're supposed to be the comedic relief, and they suck. Unfortunately, she's not. One thing, though, everybody does agree with Halloween 5, I don't like the fact that, Donald Pleasance, like, his character's so pissed off and nuts. It's really not his character, and I know Donald Pleasance was even fighting with the director and the writers a lot during Halloween 5. It's like, you know, you can tell this movie was not working out. It's like, you know, if you're gonna give her a psychic connection against Michael, it could have worked the right way. Like, what I probably would have done was, maybe Michael decides, you know, he can't get to Jamie because she's in a secured facility, but he decides, you know what, he's going to stalk Rachel for the movie, and, you know, Jamie, like, knows where he is, but maybe at first they don't believe her, and eventually they realize she's telling the truth, and they have to try and find Rachel. I think it would have been a much better movie. You know, see, I mean, it's like, the fact that the cops did not search that closet tells you they're idiots. I mean, the only positive I guess I could say is the fact that Michael actually decides to draw this kill out a little bit. But still, I hate the fact that they kill Rachel off. It really is an insult. Like, everybody wishes they could do a film like this new Halloween 2018 is doing, where they do a film like 30 years later, and we pretend 5 and 6 never happened. And honestly, you know, if you had like Daniel Harris and Rachel, or no, Ellie Cornell come back to play Jamie and Rachel, I think audiences would like it. It doesn't even have to go to theaters. It could be, you know, like a $1 million direct-to-video film if you have to. But I think it could be a really good film. Again, the Rachel from Halloween 4 would have never gone in that room like she's about to do. She would have got out. She would have never gone in there. It's like... Rachel would not make that kind of mistake. There he is. Yeah, I seen an extended version of this scene that's only in certain trailers, and it actually shows that Rachel would have had about 5 seconds to get to her feet and actually throw stuff at Michael, you know, try and survive. But I can tell they cut that out on purpose. They were trying to show that Rachel had literally no time to fight back. But the facts are, that's not true. She actually would have had a few seconds to get to her feet. She probably would never have made it out of that room, but... the fact is she doesn't even fight back, you know, she just lets it happen. It's so ridiculous. I mean, I wish Mustafa Akkad had never agreed to what Dominique was asking him to do. See, he clearly had no idea what he was doing. He wanted to make the film he wanted to make, and he didn't care what audiences thought. Those are actually the directors those are directors that should never be allowed to make a Halloween film. You know, maybe in an original property, but not something that in a franchise that has to follow a certain set of rules and expectations. Yeah, one thing though is like, we know later in the film Michael dug up a coffin. How could he get away with that? You know, it's like, maybe the headstone I can buy him stealing that, but a whole coffin? Unfortunately, Rachel's not there. Or if she is, and Michael put her somewhere. Yeah, that's one thing I was wondering. It's like, I don't think he took her to the Myers house yet. Rachel's not there. You know, that's another thing, you know, you think she would question where her friend is? I mean, she left the record player on. It's like, you know, it's not something you would easily forget to shut off. No, Rachel's unfortunately not there anymore, or at least not among the living. Though I do wonder if she's still in the house, where did Michael put the body? Not quite sure what this scene was supposed to be about. You know, she's just thinking of Jamie or something? I mean, like I said, she's not the worst character in the series, though I understand why audiences found her annoying. Like, she's definitely overacting a bit too much. It's like, yeah, she notices the cracked picture, but doesn't have enough time to look at it. It's like, okay. It's like, you know, in a lot of ways, it's like they turned this film into a Friday the 13th film. You know, it's like the characters are not terrible, but they're not very well developed, and like I said, it just doesn't work. I mean, I don't hate any of these characters. Like, I like these two, but nope. Didn't even get Max's water. Yeah, I'm gonna point out another flaw later in the film concerning Max, but I'll talk about that in a bit. Yeah, everybody points out right there, you can clearly see Michael still in the freaking window and she doesn't see him. It's like, they definitely goofed. Yeah, Jamie's having another bad dream. Oh yeah, these girls are naughty. Yeah, you can see Michael right there, hiding in the bushes. Oh wait, maybe that's not Michael? I thought it was. No, I think it is. I'm pretty sure that's Michael hiding right there. And then, of course, why would you name a character in the film Michael? Yeah, that guy's a dick. Though, I heard the actor in real life is pretty nice. You know, like I say, he does play a good jerk character, though. Yeah, Jamie knows something's up. Imagine that, hey, you go to the window and you see him, it just like, that is a creepy shot, I'll give it that. Like, there's definitely creepy moments in the film, that was never the problem, it's just, like I said, horrible execution in a lot of areas, killing off a very important character without a second thought. Though the other question too was Jamie imagining this? Yeah, my guess is she was, because I don't think that's Michael chasing her. No, probably not. You know, that's the thing, it's like, this is a creepy scene, but the fact that it's not real does hurt the scene. Yeah, I wonder what was on the other side of that wall. Yep. Yeah, this scene I definitely don't like. The fact that Donald Pleasant's, like, his character goes so nuts. Like, this is not Dr. Loomis. This is too extreme for Dr. Loomis. Yeah, apparently during this scene, Daniel Harris said she smelled something on Donald Pleasant's breath. Apparently it was bourbon. Guess he, needed a little something before he did this scene. Though I know in real life, though, Daniel Harris said, you know, Donald Pleasance was really good to her. He even left her his big, 45-foot trailer after he was done shooting. Again, how could Michael dig up a coffin without being noticed? Let alone get it home? I mean, maybe I could buy the tombstone, that's one thing, but a whole coffin? I mean, that's definitely, a challenge, because, I mean, he's got to dig it up, find some way to transport it back to his house. I mean, what do you do, drag it through the woods? Yep, I always wondered. But at the same time, we didn't necessarily need an explanation, which unfortunately, this film kind of tries to do, and then the next film does it, but again, a lot of problems there. Oh yes, and here is another problem that's about to come off the bus. The Man in Black. And apparently he was never in the script. He was added like midway when they were having trouble figuring out what to do. I mean, that's another reason why you never start production on a film until you finish your script. It's like... And then of course this. Everybody does complain, this is not a frickin' Myers house. This is like something different. Now I get that they wanted this house for a certain like shooting. But it completely ruins continuity. It's like, this is not the Myers house. Yeah, a piece of trivia though, apparently, the family that owned this house, they just moved in, apparently they renovated it, and literally, they had to put them in a hotel, and they literally had to trash the house to, make it look this way. So, talk about ironic, eh? It's like, you know, they fix up the house, and then it has to be literally trashed to use it for the production. I mean, obviously, I'm sure they repaired the house afterwards, but still, you know, it's kind of crazy. Crazy that they would have to do that. I mean, it's a nice looking house, but it's not the Myers house. Yeah, I never bought that, you know, Dr. Loomis would be so naive around Michael in this film, but, you know, again, that's another discussion. I'll discuss that more later in the film. Yeah, guys, apparently that's actually not, a laundry chute. That's apparently an air conditioning duct. Or duct. Sorry, duck. Wow, I'm good. How could Dr. Loomis not hear that guy? It's like, there's the Man in Black. I mean, like I said, they were clearly trying to give this guy a connection to Michael, but... You know, it just created a whole bunch of problems for the next film. It's like, Dr. Loomis, there's no power. Somebody would have to turn it on. It's like, I don't get why they shot that. I will say, that is a creepy basement. I'll give it that. You know, it's like the basement they could have got away with, but... Upstairs, it's like, nope. Yeah, that basement looks like it's medieval, kind of. It is creepy. Surprise! Well, it's Halloween. I guess everybody's entitled to one good scare. Yeah, there's Michael watching Tina and Sammy. And there's Mikey. It's like, yeah, this guy, like, he mostly cares about just this car. And that's gonna come back to haunt him in a few minutes. It's like, nothing to see here, cops. Yeah, that guy really, it's like he cares about his car at, say, 99.9% and, like, Tina the other 0.1. No, but he's gonna get whacked, all right. Michael's like, opportunity. If only you know Michael was right there. It's like, you really should have started your car and left. And you should have gone inside and got the cops. I will say, this is a good kill, though. You can tell they had to edit this scene a little bit. Like, you can catch it right there, and then here's Michael dragging him away. But yeah, the scene had to be cut a little bit. The MPAA was having some problems with this film. They were like, you gotta cut this, 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 and this. Though, one piece of trivia, the actor that was playing Mikey there, he apparently had the fake head they used for production for a long time. Until his wife eventually was like, okay, you gotta get rid of this. I think he sold it to a fan or something. Or, was it to one of his cousins? I forget. I'd have to go back and look at it. Yeah, this is a nice little scene between Jamie and Billy. Yeah, apparently the kid playing Billy, he actually had to train with a speech specialist to have a stutter, but then there's scenes where he doesn't even have the stutter, I've noticed. It's like, oops. Now, you wonder if the man in black knows that's Michael in the car. It's like, you wonder. Yeah, apparently originally, they wanted Michael to wear a Ronald Reagan mask for this scene, but they didn't want to have anything political, so they changed it. Yeah, Jamie knows something's not right. No, you don't want him to open that door. It's like, in a way, Michael was doing you a favor. You don't want him. You don't want a kiss from him. Oh boy. Michael's like, how dare you? Yeah, he wants to kill her right now. It's like, I'm surprised he waited. I mean, I know why he did it. He wanted to lure Jamie out. Yeah, that man in black must have known. It's like, okay, that's, there's my boy Michael. One thing I will say, Don Shanks does a great job with the cart stunts. You have no idea, Tina. Can you imagine that for a logo for your store? It said Sergeant Meeker. He's the sheriff. Like, here it's not a bad execution of Jamie's psychic abilities. You know, it's like, it's with the wrong character for starters. I mean, this should have been with Rachel. Eh, Michael's changing his mask. Figure say though, none of them notices Michael in the car. How could they miss him? He's right there. It's like, yeah, Michael just slips away. It's like, really? Yeah, you can tell Sheriff Meeker definitely upped his police force since Halloween 4. Oh, somebody can talk. That's the thing, everybody agrees she never should have been a mute for the whole freaking film. That's another thing, it's like, why was Jamie not literally upfront with Dr. Loomis throughout the film that, he's back? Even if she couldn't talk, it's like, write it down, it's like, yes, he's here. I mean, I get that she was scared, but... I mean, like I said, I don't hate 5, but I can definitely tell this is where everything went wrong. Unfortunately, you won't. Tina, if only you listened to Jamie. They messed that up too. I always caught that. It's like in Halloween 4 she's 7. In Halloween 5 she's 9. It's like the films are a year apart. Like, how could they make that goof? It's like you can tell they were messed up with the script. I just wish these two were not the ones guarding Tina. They definitely are not the ones I would trust. I mean, they already got Rachel killed. Okay. Yep, and of course these bozos have no idea who's following them at this point. Yeah, you can tell, Michael did this on purpose, it's like, that's why he didn't kill Tina yet. He wanted to give Jamie a reason to leave her protective facility. Yep, there's the man in black. Yeah, how could Jamie slip out? I always wonder that. Yeah, according to the actor that plays Billy, apparently originally they did film a scene for him that was going to take place the following morning. It was going to show that, he was recovering from his injuries, but, again, it never made it into the film. Like, I would like to see all the excised footage from Halloween 5 to see if a better cut of the film could be made. I would say if this was a Friday the 13th film, this wouldn't be that bad. And like I said, there's still some good aspects to Halloween 5, especially the third act. But there is a lot of problems. There's no getting around it. I mean, I don't hate the film, like I said. I do find some funny moments, but I definitely would not have made this movie. I would have definitely made some major changes. If only you guys knew. Michael's like, soon. Yeah, you know, this was supposed to be a funny scene, but at the same time, you know, it's like, are you trying to get yourself shot? At the same time, you know, this makes fun of Michael in a way. It's like, you know, don't have another person dressed as Michael. It's got a point. And that's also a point. Who doesn't love kittens? Oh boy. Such a drastically different tone from Halloween 4. I mean, it's a funny scene, but in all the wrong ways. It's like, you don't do that. It's like, you want to get yourself shot? At the same time, it insults Michael. It's like, nope, it's not what I would have done. I mean, if I were to recut the film, I probably would take that out. That scene I don't mind. I will say though, it is a creepy barn. Like, I like the cinematography inside the barn. Like, here's a good scene. Like, I mean, I would probably say from this point on, it gets pretty good. I mean, like I said, the third act is what keeps Halloween 5 from not becoming the worst in the series. It's like, I want to hold all those kittens. There's Michael. Yeah, I noticed a goof though. Michael already shut the door. Huh. I mean, I'll say at least there's some build-up here. You know, like you're wondering, is Michael going to do something? But at the same time, it's like you kind of know he's not going to, as it's not the right time. Yeah, you know, it's like we can see Michael's there, but somehow she misses it. Then, of course, your jump scare. How could she miss that? It's like, really? Another jump scare. Yeah, I just want to hold those kittens. Yeah, they'll try, but somebody's gonna interrupt them shortly. Oh yeah, Spitz, you little bugger. Does he knows you a little too well? question is, was that Michael or was that Spitz? I'm guessing it was Spitz. Because, Michael, I'm pretty sure that was Michael behind her. Yeah, I do like the fact in this scene they don't use too much music, you know, they're like relying on the natural sounds, and it does work. Yeah, I gotta say, he's an ass in this scene. It's like, you know, she's probably gonna sleep with you and you pull that crap? I admit, that's definitely a pretty intense scare. Like, I don't think I would do that. At least not to that extent. I'm wondering how many audience members were fooled the first time thinking, is that Michael or not? You know, it's like, you gotta feel for Tina. She's really trying to get there in time, but you know, you can only go so fast on foot. Yeah, everybody points out, like, if you were to actually do it on hay, apparently it would be really itchy, like, you'd probably get, like, a rash or something. I don't know if that's true or not, like, you know, it's like, it's funny though, everybody thinks about doing that, you know, like, on the hay, it's like, an affid... Oh my god, I can't even say, you know, like, you know, just something to, I guess, the stimulation, you know, like, naughty thoughts and all that, it's like, you're thinking, it's like, you know, you want to take a girl onto the hay, and, and I'm not gonna say anymore, but, yeah, I have heard supposedly there actually is, extended sequences of their love scene. Apparently more was actually shot, but it's been cut out. And if you look at the cuts of the film, you honestly do wonder, like, was there more? But, supposedly, I heard in some countries they, did show a little bit more of the actual love scene, but I've never seen it. Like, you know, there's rumors, like, you know, did they show it in this country? Did they show it in that country? Yeah, I heard the night before they shot this, the director brought both of them in the hotel room, and he was like, okay, you two get on the bed, we're just gonna act this out a little bit. He didn't actually act it out that much, just a teeny bit, and they were just like, okay, we're ready for tomorrow. One thing I will say, though, these two do have pretty good chemistry. You know, it's like, they use protection, but you know what? That doesn't make any difference to Michael. It's like, you had sex. You gotta die. I know, it's like he doesn't even let them finish. So I will say, it is a good kill. Yeah, I have seen a trailer where you see an extended shot of Michael slamming the pitchfork down, but I think it was it's from the angle where he's coming down. It probably would have been used in like a television cut if they ever used it. That's a creepy shot though with the oh, I forget what that tool is. Yeah, another piece of trivia. Apparently, the fake torso they used, uh, they made it too good, and the blood wasn't able to penetrate through. Yeah, I seen a photograph of after Michael does that, and he has blood on his mask. I don't know if there was an extended sequence where you see a little bit more, and they had to cut it out. Oh, if only you knew. Yeah, you. So is Michael. One thing though I was wondering though is, could Michael really be able to get one guy and then literally go through one to get the other? I mean, that must have been what he did, because otherwise one of them would have pulled out their weapon and started shooting, but granted though, those two are bubbling idiots. You're gonna wish you did. That or you're gonna wish you brought that guy with you into the barn first. They don't need to worry about that. Unfortunately, somebody, interrupted. They probably would if, Michael hadn't taken care of them already, Tina. They kind of were, but, yeah. Yeah, that would be creepy, you know, finding the kid with blood. Yeah, though, you notice, though, there's still some cars there, so... It's like, is that a goof? Yeah, I've seen them behind the scenes. There was a camera shot where she actually screams. I don't know if it was an alternate take, but they never used it. That's not the mic you want. Like, I will say, this is the terrifying scene. Yeah, piece of trivia, the actress playing Tina, she actually almost got run over right here. She had a close call, but she, I think she escaped with minor injuries or something. Yeah, because you're the one he wants. Yeah, though, you can tell in certain shots they made a goof. Apparently what they did to film these scenes was, they had a mirror, and, Don Shanks playing, Michael in the car would drive towards the mirror and they would film it. But they forgot to reverse certain shots. Yeah, another thing too, Daniel Harris actually did all of this. You know, it's like Don Shanks is chasing her in the car. And it's nuts. Yeah, another piece of trivia. Originally, Billy was actually supposed to be clipped by the car, but they cut that out because they didn't want to show Billy being injured. I mean, this is an intense scene for sure. Yeah, like, this is intense. That's the one positive I can give for sure. Yeah, another piece of trivia. Apparently, after that, they shot that, the director was so, like, caught up in the fact that he just did this amazing scene that, he forgot to tell, like, you know, he forgot to say cut. Literally, fire was coming into the car. Don Shanks is like, oh man, I'm gonna roast in here. It's like, cause like he's not supposed to get out till they yell cut. Then somebody was finally like, are you gonna yell cut? He's like, oh crap, cut. unfortunately, it's not over. You know what, guys? I never could see Michael in the windshield before. I don't know if this version was cleaned up a little bit more, but, you know, that's a creepy shot of him coming out. Yeah, Don Shanks said he had a really good relationship with Danielle Harris, and he always felt bad that he was trying to kill her. You know, like, he's a good Michael, it's just his mask is not the greatest. Like, I don't hate the mask, but it's definitely one of the weaker ones. You know, okay, I will say this. The character Tina, at least she died protecting, Jamie, but that being said, I think everybody wishes it should have been Rachel. Like, you know, if Rachel had to die, and I do stress the if, this should have been where she died, you know, like protecting Jamie, but instead they kill her off in such a stupid way at the beginning of the film. And apparently when Tina was stabbed, audiences were like clapping and cheering. It's like, you know, it shows that they didn't really like her character that much. You know, like I said, I don't hate the character Tina, but you know, it's like, I see why audiences didn't really like her that much. I mean, especially after killing off Rachel, it's like, you know, we're stuck with her instead of Rachel. I mean, like I said, if I had shot this movie, like, I would have had Michael probably stalking Rachel instead. And, you know, like, Jamie knows it, but maybe they don't believe her at first. And then, you know, by the end they do, and, like, I would not have killed off Rachel, though. Like, I would have kept her alive in my version of, like, in my version of the film. You know, it's like, still, it's like they couldn't find Michael, eh? It's like, huh. Now, you think they would have covered her up? You know, it's like, now Sheriff Meeker knows. You know, I don't blame Jamie, you know, she's fed up here. It's like, I want him taken out. Yeah, apparently, when when Donald Pleasance was doing this next scene, you know, like, Michael was not originally going to be in frame or something, but he actually asked, Don Shanks to actually go into the woods even though he couldn't see him, and, you know, just be there, just to help him for his scene, and he did. You know, that's Donald Pleasance, though, you know, like, he would think of creative things like that. Yeah, you know, I do wonder, though, it's like, in this film, like I said, Donald Pleasance, Dr. Loomis in this film, it's like he's going a little batty, and it's like, you know, it's like, did he actually believe that Jamie could control Michael's rage? Like, I don't know. Yeah, he will be. Yeah, I gotta point out some flaws. Number one, you know, like when they were setting up the sting in the Myers house, how did they not find the bodies in the attic? It's like, talk about a goof. Yeah, I like that guy. You know, he's a good cop. That she is. Oh, and now Jamie knows something's not right. Yeah, piece of trivia, guys. There actually is a scene that was not ever released. Michael is actually right now at the clinic attacking the cops and all that. Apparently, they actually did film a scene where Michael killed like 4 SWAT team members. Now, apparently, from what I've heard from testimony from Don Shanks and another person that was involved, apparently it was a very bloody scene because like they're trying to shoot down Michael, and I guess it was too violent and they couldn't show it in the film. Unfortunately, though, like I said, it's never been released in any form. I'd like to see the scene. It's like I wonder what the scene looked like. But yeah, apparently they said the scene was just bloody, 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 trying to shoot down Michael Myers. Like, yeah, this is a big mistake. It's like they know Michael's there right now, but there's no guarantee he's gonna be there when they get there. It's like, I would have sent maybe half of my guys over there and kept the other half at the Myers house. Yeah, I know. It's like, you think they would at least wait until everybody was evacuated, especially Jamie? Yeah, again, like, Dr. Loomis, like, I just don't see him doing what he does right here. Like, he wouldn't put Jamie at such high risk. Like I said, this is not the Dr. Loomis that we really care about. He's like, he obviously has a plan, but it's really just not him. Yep, he will. You know him, Dr. Loomis. He's definitely coming. Yeah, I guess that's where Michael got the cop car. He stole it from one of the cops at the clinic. Yeah, apparently there was an extended sequence where you see more of the glass going into his head or something that cop that Michael's killing right now. Yeah, that's a rough death. Like I said, the only thing that really saves Halloween 5 from becoming the worst in the series is this third act. Yeah, Dr. Loomis would not have done that. It's like, why not call Meeker? It's like, the cops are coming back. It's like, that pretty much guarantees they're gonna get Michael. Like, why smash the radio? That makes no sense. Like I said, they had no idea how to handle Dr. Loomis in this film. It's like, Dr. Loomis would not do this. It's like, it's not too far gone, like, you don't hate him or anything like that, but even Donald Pleasance doesn't like his performance in this film. It's not his fault. It's like, it's what the director told him to do. Yeah, it's like, that's not Dr. Loomis. Oh man, Dominique was the worst thing that happened to the series at that point. And like I said, the next film's gonna suffer because of that too. Yes, you do. Oh, yeah, I see Michael's hand right there. I don't think I ever noticed that before. Oh, I wonder if that was a goof because they hit it for a second. Yeah, like I said though, I don't know if Dr. Loomis was just trying to lure him into that room where the net is, or if he actually thought he could reason with Michael. I mean, I guess he thought he could reason with him, but why? Because of the connection with Jamie? And like I said, I'll give Donald Pleasance, he does give a good performance, but I just can't see being so naive, even with a psychic connection between Jamie and Michael. You know, it's like, is Michael actually falling for this at first, or is he just like... Yeah, that scene was with Donald Pleasance. Like, I think Donald Pleasance, like, he wanted to do as much as he could. Yeah, you better hurry. Yeah, in a lot of ways, that cop's one of them is actually the hero in a lot of ways. Like, you know, he tries to save Jamie. Michael's coming. Yeah, I don't mind the score. Like I said, there's parts of the film where the score is actually pretty good. Like right here. I think he got him in the head once. Yeah, everybody points out though, it's like, why do you use his handgun and not his shotgun? I would have grabbed my shotgun the second after I shot him. It's like, run, Jamie, run! And you gotta feel bad for that cop, you know, it's like, he actually was a hero. Yeah, man, Michael definitely did some damage. Yeah, Jamie knows he's coming. Yeah, Daniel Harris actually had the proper self in there, and apparently there was no way to actually, like, there was nothing holding her up, so if she had fallen, she would have been a goner, like, you know, it would have been a big impact. Because, you know, she's on the second floor, like, I mean, unless they, maybe that scene was on the first floor for safety reasons, but still intense. Like I said, guys, this third act is terrifying and intense. That's the only thing that really saves this movie from becoming the worst. Like, okay, I admit, if I was counting the producer's cut of Part 6, maybe it would be a tie between them, but because the theatrical cut of Part 6 is so bad, it becomes the worst. But like I said, Part 6 is also damaged because of Halloween 5. Poor Jamie, you know, it's like he found her. Like, if that had happened to her for real, boy, would that be not good. Yeah, she's definitely knocked out cold for a short time. I mean, good thing she wakes up, but... Michael knows. It's like, you're not dead. Yeah, that is a terrifying scene. I mean, could you imagine that? I mean, that's so terrifying. Michael's trying to break in, and then now he takes off the lid. And, like, Danielle Harris did all of this. She's literally up in that, air conditioning duct. You know, like, there's nothing to prop her up. She has to kind of push herself up. You know, Michael's trying to get her with the knife. I mean, this is a terrifying scene. You know, she's just out of reach. And then Michael's like, I have an idea. Yeah, a piece of trivia. Wait for it. When Michael stabbed through the air conditioning duct right there, it was supposed to go into Jamie's fake leg. And, you know, blood was gonna, like, you know, splurt all over the place. But it was too gross, so they couldn't keep it in the movie. And Danielle Harris said she used to have the leg and then she sold it to a fan or something. And the leg might be lost now, she's not sure, but, you know, it's crazy to think what Danielle Harris had to do. And also, Don Shanks was stabbing through with a real knife, and that's just crazy to think. I mean, yes, it was marked, like, inside the chute where he was gonna stab, but still, that's terrifying. Oh, cops are finally on the way. It's like, took them long enough. Guess somebody was finally like, whatever happened to those guys? And it's like, how's the front door locked? And like I said, how could the cops miss all of this? Hey, you know what? I think when they first filmed this, Rachel was not supposed to be back as a corpse because they actually flew back Ellie Cornell and the guy that was playing Mikey to play corpses. Then they, like, you know, they took part in the after party. Is like, you know, that tells you how much this production was messed up when they're flying actors back. Yeah, that doesn't look anything like the real dog. I will say, even though I hate Rachel's death, that's an intense scene. Like, Danielle Harris does a great job. Oh. Unfortunately, she can't help you. Yeah, that's right. When you look, when Danielle first goes up, Rachel wasn't there. Yeah, another piece of trivia. Originally, Rachel, they were gonna shove scissors down her throat, but she didn't like that, so they changed it. Tells you, like, they must have been doing reshoots all over the place, because originally when Jamie goes up, you don't see Rachel's body there. It wasn't there, and originally it was a rocking chair. Or no, a wheelchair. I just noticed that. You Now, in some ways, this is an interesting scene between Jamie and Michael. The fact that she actually is able to calm him down temporarily, it's like... Yeah, one thing, in the trailer is like, you know, they were hyping up, you know, Michael's big reveal, you know, they're gonna show his face. And also it had a really weird sound effect in the trailer, like, you know, like you're unzipping your flyer or something. Apparently, though, the special effects company, originally they actually had made some sort of special burnt face for Michael, but they chose not to use it. Instead, they only showed this much, but... At the beginning of the movie there, when he wakes up a year later, you see the whole face. It's already revealed, so this entire scene is pointless. Yeah, that was a weird thing though, you know, Michael crying. Yeah, now he's just like, "Rrrr." It's like, how dare you touch me? That's intense though, Michael's throwing the coffin. Yeah, it's like Dr. Loomis has gone nuts here. It's just, this is not him. I mean, the performance is great, but, you know, it's like, I mean, obviously we know what the plan is. He wants to trap Michael, but it's like, he's so crazy here. It's like, this is not Dr. Loomis. But like I said, at the same time, this is terrifying. You know, it's like, the first time seeing this, you're just like, oh my god, is he gonna sacrifice her or something? It's like, this is a terrifying scene, right up to this point. Yeah, that's a good scene right there. That chain link net must have weighed a ton. Yeah, that's scary. Yeah, you're gonna need more tranquilizers than that. Yeah, one thing I have to point out, the theatrical cut of Part 6, the ending is literally the same as 5, except you have Tommy beating Michael with a lead pipe instead of Dr. Loomis with a 2x4. And while Dr. Loomis uses tranquilizers, Tommy injects Michael with some sort of like corrosive sedative. It's like literally they copied the same freaking ending. It's stupid for Part 6. This at least is intense. Yeah, piece of trivia. Donald Pleasance accidentally broke Don Shank's nose. He apparently hit him with a piece of the 2x4 that wasn't padded correctly or something. Because it's a fake 2x4 that had like a... jeez, I forget what the pipe was inside it, but the padding was supposed to keep Don Shank safe, but there was one side that wasn't padded enough, and it broke his nose, but you know what? He's just like, let's keep going. You know, apparently also Dominique, the director, was hitting Don Shanks, and somebody else too. Yeah, apparently originally in the script, Donald Pleasance was supposed to have a stroke and die right there. Apparently that's in the script. That was the end of Donald Pleasance. Or, sorry, Dr. Loomis. Like I said, it shows you Halloween 5 was a mess. The fact that they would actually kill him off, I mean, granted, they changed their minds, but... Same time, you know, this ending is like, you know, it's like, this is definitely a debatable ending, like, you know, is this okay, is this weird? You know, Michael just sitting there in a jail cell, it's like, some wonder should they have just ended the movie right here, like, with Michael in the cell? Maybe. But at the same time, you know, they were going for this cliffhanger ending, so... And here's the Man in Black. Yeah, another piece of trivia, there's actually a lot, I think originally they filmed a lot more of the shootout inside the police station, because I've seen one behind-the-scenes take that's on a documentary for Halloween 5, which is on the 15-disc Blu-ray. It actually shows the two officers guarding Michael that get shot. It's not a very good take, but, you know, it's definitely a shot that was meant to be in the film. And I've seen a picture of Sheriff Meeker dying. You know, he actually gets hit in the chest with a bullet. So that means a lot of it was actually filmed originally, but they chose not to show it. Either the MPAA was like, if you show any of this, you get an X rating, or maybe for, like, you know, the style of the film, they decided not to show the shootout. And for Sheriff Meeker, maybe the reason they chose not to show his death was because, just in case they brought him back for part 6. Yeah, I gotta say, I know you want to help your fellow cops, but leaving Jamie alone? You know, it's like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know if I would have done that. I mean, obviously you want to help your fellow cops, but at the same time, you know, you have to look after the little girl, and... yeah, it's a very big debate. It's like, would you not? And of course, Jamie now sees the aftermath. Yeah, the man in black, he must have had on some pretty good body armor, because like I said, you imagine how many cops were shooting at him, and not a single one was able to get him. But yeah, when you look through these bodies, you do not see Sheriff Meeker. But I think that was done on purpose, you know, like they didn't want to... I think they decided, like, maybe we might bring him back. I will say, though, this is a chilling final scene, but like I said, because of the mess of this movie... Wait a minute, was that Sheriff Meeker right there? I'm not sure. I'd have to look again. That might have been Sheriff Meeker, I'm not sure. No, I think he dies at a different point, though, in the station, because I seen the picture. Oh, wait! That might have been him a second ago, because that looks like the right spot. I never noticed his body before. How did I miss it? Yeah, you know, you gotta feel bad for Jamie, though. You know, it's like... Michael's gone, and, you know, she's been through all that, and he's gone again. Alright, that was, Halloween 5. Honestly, while there's some good aspects, and there was some good ideas, but the execution was really bad. Dominique, the director, he just didn't know what he was doing. He wanted to make a film, and he didn't care what the audience was gonna think. Like I said, these are the type of directors that have no business working for the Halloween series. They really didn't. I really wish Mustafa Akkad had trusted his own gut and did not believe what, Dominique was saying. It really definitely did damage. Killing off Rachel so early in the film, again, was such a big mistake. I mean, she really should have been the star of the movie. Like I said, I think the plot should have been Michael stalks Rachel, and, you know, Jamie senses it, but at first they don't believe her. And eventually they finally do, and, you know, it becomes a race against time to try and save Rachel from Michael. I think that would have been a better movie. It's like, you know, if you're gonna do something like that, which is not necessarily a bad idea, you know, just a new twist, at least, do it right. Like I said, a lot of the characters in Halloween 5, well, they're not terrible characters, but you don't really give a damn about most of them. I mean, some of them are funny, and then, but some of the ones that are supposed to be like the comedic relief, they really don't work. I mean, just like I said, all around, it's a mess in a lot of ways. There is some good kills, I'll give it that. Like I said, what really saves this is the third act. It's a terrifying third act. And the cliffhanger ending, even though it's not the best ending, at least it still makes you want to see the next film, even though it took 6 years. But at the same time, you know, like, audiences really did not like this film. So, all around, this film is definitely where the things in the series started to fall apart, and Halloween 6 was another casualty of that. Like, that's why H20 ultimately had to happen later. The music, it's not as... you know what, the music's better than I initially thought, but it's still got its problems. But again, I don't blame Alan Howarth for that. I blame Dominique, the director, because he was really dictating what the score was gonna be. He wanted it more simplified, like the original, and in some ways it does work, but in other ways it doesn't. Like I said, this is, like, some have argued if this was maybe a standalone film, you know, like not a Michael Myers or Halloween film, maybe it would have been better, and maybe it still would have its problems, but like I said, though, as a Halloween film, this definitely had a lot of major issues. That being said, though, it's still not the worst in the franchise. There's still a lot of positive aspects. But at the same time, I mean, this is probably not the movie I would have done. Like, I would have taken one look at the script and would have been like, we're not shooting this. We're gonna go back and do rewrites. Alright, you know, overall though, I still have to give Danielle Harris excellent credit for her work. Same thing with Ellie Cornell. All around, they did a really great job. Even though, like I said, I just wish Ellie Cornell was in the whole movie. Donald Pleasance, I don't know what they were thinking. You know, it's like with Dr. Loomis, his character is so crazy in this film. You know, it's like it's not quite too crazy, but at some points it just gets nuts. Like, you know, that's not Dr. Loomis, and the fact that he was supposed to die at the end of this film, it really shows that things were a mess. I wish we could see all of the cut footage. Like, I heard it doesn't exist anymore, at least some of it doesn't, like, at least not in film form, like, it might not be able to be restored, but maybe there's at least, like, a VHS that has it on it or something. In the end, Halloween 5 is a flawed film, there's definitely problems, but I still like it to a certain extent. Let me know down in the comments, guys, how do you like Halloween 5? What would you have done differently if you were making this movie, and, like, where does it rank for you? Alright, guys, I know the credits are already over. I had more to say, I guess. Alright, this is the end of my commentary for Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. I will be back tomorrow to discuss Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. I'll be doing both the theatrical cut and the producer's cut. That's definitely going to be an interesting one to discuss, because Halloween 6 is another casualty of Halloween 5. Alright, I will talk to you guys later. See ya.